So in today's video, I want to share some of the things that I did to make the transition a little easier for my kids and my husband while I was away for a week in Paris, France. So obviously they're grown, they know what to do, they can survive on their own and all that. But I'm a little type A and I love to plan things, and I really like to make things easier instead of knowing that they will be scrambling for things. I knew that they would be okay, but I still wanted to make things a little easier for them. Okay. So there are things that I always do when I'm away for a few days. So some of the things are batch cooking meals, or even making sure that the kids have their laundry done. That way it's easier for them to pick clothes for school. So these are some of the things that I did for this trip. So first of all, obviously, being able to batch cook some meals. So I had put together a whole menu. That way I knew exactly what kind of ingredients I needed to get from the store and what I needed to cook for the family. So I'm going to have this menu for my husband to know, okay, these are the things that are already in the freezer. I can defrost and give to the kids and all of that. So for breakfast, pancakes and waffles, eggs, oatmeal, pancakes here on the weekend. They'll have time for that, and I think my mom will be there to make those for them. Donuts on the way to church is an easy breakfast. Eggs and oatmeal, eggs and or oatmeal, depending on the kids. Then lunch, they have lunch at school, so they don't have to worry about that. Other than one of my kids doesn't eat what's offered at school on certain days. So on Thursday, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. So on those days, these are easy fixes that my husband can put together. So for dinners, I'm going to make spaghetti for them here. I'm going to cook the fish. They can fry the fries the day off. That's fine. On Fridays, we usually do pizza, so that's going to be an easy dinner. I'm going to make some chicken wings before I leave so they can warm those up on Saturday. This is beans and dodo, so fried plantains and beans, rice and stew. So I'm going to make probably two different type of stew, like a beef one and a chicken one, so they can choose whichever they want. And one dinner is going to be hot dogs. Like Tuesday is usually a very busy evening for my husband, so he'll probably have the kids warm up some hot dogs in the microwave, and that's it. That'll be good for dinner, and that's the night that I actually come back home. So Wednesday, it's all good. There'll be leftovers, or we can just order something, and that's it. One side note is that batch cooking meal wasn't just for them because I wanted to be able to have some meals ready when I came back as well. I didn't want to have to come back from a trip and start cooking immediately. So I wanted to have enough meals batched so that when I come back, I would have some days to just relax and not having to cook at all. So it wasn't just for them, but it was for me as well. One thing that I also wanted to do was to spend more time with the kids because I knew that I was going to be away from them for a whole week. So spending time with the kids, spending time with my husband as well at the end of the day, watching movies and things like that, just because we were going to be away from each other for a whole week. I don't know about you, but when I do these things, I know that it takes a lot of time, but at the same time, it gives me a lot of peace of mind knowing that I have things planned and things that are going to go smoothly for the home. Like I said, it's not that they won't be able to survive without me, they'll be perfectly fine. But even with both my husband and I at home, mornings can be a little hectic getting four kids ready for school, breakfast, lunches, snacks to pack, all these things, plus doing your own work, right? And so I didn't want the whole load to be on him, and I wanted to make things a little easier for him. And on top of that, I'm really grateful that my mom was able to help him out as well in the afternoons, like when the kids came back from school. So he didn't have to leave work and rush back home before the kids came back from school because my mom was there to be able to help. So definitely grateful that she was able to be there. Another thing that I did on top of batch cooking meals is also to have certain snacks available for my husband and my kids. I didn't want them to feel like, well, they're running out on snacks and now they have to do a grocery run or something like that. I wanted them to have more than enough snacks. That way, everything's at home, everything's covered. They don't have to worry about any of that. I even added some special snacks that they don't get to eat often, just as a special treat. Obviously, another thing that I did that was important was for my husband to have all my itinerary, so my flight details and all of that, and also my schedule. Okay, I know I'm type A and I love to plan things, and that's something that I did. And I also sent to my friends who I was visiting. It was a whole schedule, like what my week was going to look like. And I'm gonna, if you want to copy, just let me know, and I'll put it in the description of this video. It was like where I was going to be every single day, like landing on Thursday morning and then spending the night at my friend Sonia, and on Friday morning, going to hang out with Stella in Paris and doing some pictures around Paris, and then going to hang out with some other friends in the evening, and what I was going to do on Saturday, like going to the conference and where the conference was going to be. Like, it wasn't just for me, but it was for them. Or maybe it was more for me than for them. I don't know. But either way, I just like how it looks really pretty on the schedule. And I was able to share that with them just so that they know where I'm going to be, when I'm going to be there. And, because sometimes you tell your spouse what are you going to do, where you're going to be. And maybe at the time they don't really pay attention or they're not like ready to receive that information. So when they need it, it's there. Okay. If you need that information, if you need to remember where am I gonna be tonight, it's there. The information is there for you to check out. So these, and on top of obviously a copy of my passport and all of that you already have at home anyways, these are also important documents that I left at home for my husband to have handy as well. Now that you know a little bit of what I did to prepare my home to help them with everything while I'm away, I want to hear about you. Like, how do you prepare the house? How do you prepare the family while you're away? Is there something special that you do for them, or is it just like, okay, peace out? You guys are on your own. I'll see you in a week. Okay. Let me know in the comments some of the things that you do or don't do at all. And as always, if you like this video, make sure you give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss any of my other videos just like this one. I've also done a video on how I prepare my business before the trip. You can check it out right here. Thank you again for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.